Well, as for USA captain Zach Johnson, he's described the Ryder Cup as one of the greatest spectacles in sport.
I'm very confident in saying it. I think I haven't been in every massive or high-weighted sporting event, but I would say it's one of the best spectacles in sports. I think if you can understand that not many people get that opportunity, that's a pretty awesome opportunity. So relish it, savor it, want it, embrace it, all of that. Knowing it's not going to be easy, but at the same time, you can kind of flip that. You can kind of flip it mentally and say, this is where I belong, and there's a reason why it's big. It's because this is the best sporting event in the game of golf.
Well, let's get more now. We can get the very latest from Dharmesh, Sheth, who is in Rome for us. Dharmesh, a very good afternoon to you.
Joe, hello there. We've made our way to the 18th tee, and I'm getting a little ride in the buggy with Dame Laura Davies, no less. Dame Laura, thanks very much. I think we're just going to have a little tour of the 18th hole, if you don't mind. So here we go.
Nice.
I know you've just got back from the Solheim Cup, of course. Just put into words what the atmosphere was like there, and maybe what inspiration the Ryder Cup team here can take from that.
Well, but presumably, I imagine quite a few of them got to see it, and hopefully that was, good feelings for certainly the European team. It was amazing. I mean, for a long time there, we couldn't find that half a point we needed, and Caroline Headwell in the end turned it into a full point after Georgia had lost that 17th hole. But it was just incredible. 1 minute we were down and out, and then for the last three Solheim Cups, it's just turned for us at the right time, and obviously the tie, we get to keep the cup. That's the main thing.
What do you think the key was? Because, you can play amazing golf, that's a given, but team spirit within the camp, and maybe that's what's going to be the key for Team Europe this week as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always a secret weapon for the European team. There was always a lot of real harmony amongst the team. We had a lot of girls that know each other, play on tour together, obviously, so much. And yeah, so they're obviously very comfortable in each other's company. And I think hopefully, well, I don't say hopefully, I know for a fact the European boys are very close. They play a lot all on the same tour together, most of them. And yeah, they should have the same sort of feelings. The Americans will have that too, because I know the American camp at the Solheim last week, they had really good team spirit, but it comes down to the golf in the end, as it always should.
Now we are, some of your fans here, don't want to disturb them. But as you can see, we can see the 18th fairway. It could all come down to this come Sunday evening, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Are you expecting this to go to the wire?
Well, yes. I think if the European team's going to win, it's going to be a real nail biter. I think if either team's going to get away and win it, it'd probably be the Americans after what happened at Whistling Straits. But I think our team's got the youth. We've obviously got Ludwig Aberg coming in, other rookies on our team. I think both teams have got the same amount of rookies, so that side of it's not so bad. But certainly 16, 17 and 18 are going to play a huge part Sunday afternoon, because they're all such great match play holes.
As if by magic, you mentioned his name, Ludwig Aberg. Never played in a major before, and yet he's going to be in a Ryder Cup. Who do you think would be best suited to partner someone like Aberg? Another rookie or someone who's been there and done it?
Well, it was interesting, Rory was paired at Wentworth. I know it was an individual event, but I wonder if that's a little throw that we might see the great Rory with a young up-and-coming, maybe the pretender to his crown as one of the world's best players, and so charismatic. That would be a great pairing. But do you know what? Ludwig Aberg's game suits all his partners. I think any of them would love to play with him, even though he's a rookie. I think they'd all pretty much love to be paired with him. So I think Luke's got so many pairings he can put together. I'm sure there's some naturals that they'll stick with. But yeah, that I don't think Ludwig's going to be a problem to find someone who says, yeah, I'll have some of that.
I want to ask you a bit about the build-up, and some may call it mind games, maybe not, but Wyndham Clark, I'm sure you've seen his comments, and if you haven't, I will tell you what he said. He said that he thinks he's better than Rory McIlroy, and he wants to prove he's better than Rory McIlroy. Put yourself in Luke Donald's shoes. Are you just printing out that quote and sticking it on the locker room wall?
Yeah, well, I hadn't seen that, and my only answer would be, how many wins have you had, how many wins have I had? That's how you judge yourself as a professional golfer. How many wins have you got? You can be a great golfer and you can earn lots of money in this game, but it's all about the wins. And at the moment, Wyndham Clark, he might have loads of wins come the end of his career. I know he's younger than Rory, but at the moment, I really don't see that one at all.
I've seen an incredible stat this afternoon. In the last 4 Ryder Cups, in the foursomes matches, so worth 32 points in the last 4 Ryder Cups, the score is Team Europe 22.5, USA 9.5. They are very dominant in that format. Do you think that's one of the reasons potentially that Luke Donald, as the captain's prerogative, has decided foursomes on Friday morning? Let's kick it off.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we thought that last week, funnily enough, when we went 4-0 down Friday morning. So hopefully it doesn't backfire. But yeah, definitely, because you look at stats, they're the kind of stats I love. I don't like a lot of the stats that we hear nowadays, but that kind of stat tells you a lot. The European team, as you said before, really good bonding. And foursomes is a very, very difficult art of the game of golf because you don't play many shots. You might not hit a putt for 5-6 holes. So you've got to have the right pairing that can gel well together. And obviously, the European boys have done it really well over the last umpteen Ryder Cup.
OK, Dame Laura, I am going to put you on the spot now. Final question. It is the obvious one. Who wins the Ryder Cup? And is your heart and your head telling you the same thing?
My heart's telling me if we're going to win it, I said it earlier, I think it'll be really close if we win it. So I'm going to stick to 14.5, 13.5 to Europe. It'll be exciting, number one, and it'll just be lovely to get that cup back after what happened at Whistling Straits a couple of years ago.
Exactly. 14.5, 13.5 would be something, and you can see it all unfold, Joe. All 3 days of the Ryder Cup are, of course, live from Friday morning, live on Sky Sports Golf. Thanks for the lift.
No problem at all. Anytime.